Moon Knight, City of the Dead, issue number 2. Have you watched the Disney Plus original with Scarlet Scarab and a dead city and a hippo god? Well, that's all present in this latest edition of Moon Knight. This is a spin-off of the ongoing Moon Knight book. It's in some ambiguous time where Mark goes to the City of the Dead. It's kind of got the plot of Superman up in the sky, where Superman goes to the sky to save a child. Mark goes to the City of the Dead to save a kid named Khalil. Now here's the thing. I think Moon Knight's had a great resurgence lately. It's great to see his character find prominence and popularity. David Pepose is also a creator I really like. I think he's talented. He's made some great stuff. Savage Avengers, really fun book. Cannot get into this. It's all the wrong kinds of fanfare, in my opinion, and it plays like, oh my god, does it play like we're trying to set something up that the MCU can copy with a character they have nothing to do with. The reveal in this book, I find it so yes, obvious, yeah, of course that's what they're gonna do. They want to have something to do similar to this with I can't. I'm not a fan. I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it. End of the last issue, you know what happened, folks. We were able to meet Scarlet Scarab because Layla El-Foyle is now a character. And we also met the Jackal Knight, who was what if Anubis had his own, Moon Knight? And it's the Jackal Knight, and he's got this kid strung up, and I guess he's going to do something to him. And then we cut to Mark and Layla going on patrol in the City of the Dead, where a lot of the narration is Mark explaining how, she's like an itch I can't scratch. There's something on the back of my mind all the time. Layla El-Foyle, a character we've never mentioned before until this book. And I understand. This is a whole other topic we don't need to go into. The introduction of Layla in the TV show, because we don't want to do Marlene, because if we're going to take place in Egypt, then have an Egyptian woman, and then it's why did Moon Knight need to be in Egypt if he's playing on the themes? That's a whole other conversation. The point in case is, Layla was the best part of the TV show. May Kalamawe, so fucking cool. She's so fun and fantastic in that show. Introducing Layla into the books, I get it. What I don't get and what I don't like is the way it's pushing you into being this is his lost love. God forbid he was with Marlene and had a kid with her, right? This is his lost love, and now he's seeing her again, and they're on patrol, and she's a hero like him, and they fight mobsters that are pharaohs and stuff, and they got guns and stuff, and look, the artwork is very fun and dynamic and looks interesting. I'll give the book that. Some of the choices in terms of what's being said and the actual narrative we're following, they don't work for me, but it doesn't matter. I'm here for it. I just want more Moon Knight, so that's kind of cool. Truck blasts through this place, and they start fighting some more, and we see that Layla has the, what's it called? It's the duet, which is a powerful thing that allows her to manipulate the city. Why? I don't know. But she's got this device that can manipulate the city, and it helps her defeat the mobsters. Yay! Cool. I do really enjoy the introduction of Layla, her showing up and being the only person that's capable of doing anything. That is exciting to me. I don't really care. It's they interrogate one of the guys, they go down to the docks, they'll find some stuff being shipped. We take a little break to talk about what happened, where Layla learns the truth, where her father used to study these amulets and this old Egyptian stuff, and there was the duet, and then she found out it was true, and she got caught on the wrong side of the law when she was studying the pharaoh stuff. I don't know. She's in some place, and she gets attacked by Ammit, the devour's next meal, and then Tawet shows up and is hey, you could become my person. It's that's kind of cool. Now, Tawet is the hippo, gives her the power of the Scarlet Scarab, which I guess we see Tawet wearing the beetle thing. It's just very strange. But you know what? Mark doesn't turn into a bird, so I can't complain about that either, It's fine. But he's yeah, that's what happened to me. What happened to you? He's I'm at the wrong end of a bullet, the wrong end of a guy. I'm yeah, that's great. Cool, we know what happened to Mark. It's fine. They're gonna kiss. He should be with Greer right now if we're following this stuff, but, fine. fine. I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. And this is like the problem with movie synergy, because I think Marvel has been very good for this lately, not doing something that is synergistic with the films. The problem is that show is probably the most popular thing Moon Knight will ever be a part of, so we want to like connect it to that. But he's not with Marlene. He has a kid with Marlene. He's currently with Greer Tigra in the comics, so this plays like a guy who forgets that he's in another book, and I don't like that. But whatever, it's fine, it doesn't matter. They find like a golem guy stealing like a sarcophagus. They open it up, there's a child with his heart ripped out, and then they find a bunch of cages of children's hearts ripped out. What does the Jackal Knight want of children's hearts? Who's to say? I will say this though, just because I find it interesting. If you look at like the art like depicting Toette showing up to talk to Layla, like there's a heart on like a scale, which there's heart themed stuff happening here. Are we like projecting that maybe Layla is connected to Toette and Toette's actually like the bad person of this bunch? Hard to say. Would not be surprised if we went that route. It's fine. And then like, you know, ghosts from like Mark's past show up in the form of people he's fought in before. So Layla helps the kids get out of there. Mark fights an array of people. Here we go. Master Sniper. Remember that? Of course you don't. Taurus, remember that? Of course you don't. Black Spectre, you remember that one because a Black Spectre is the bad guy in the current book. Midnight, remember Midnight? Weird book that was in. Chainsaw, there you go. Fighting Chainsaw and Plasma. That's kind of a fun call. There you go. Cool. He fought them, and then Layla like frees herself from some bondage and then leaves him. Because she's secretly evil. I'm calling it now. I think Layla is secretly evil. She's like, sorry, I wish I could save you, but I gotta go. And she leaves. And Mark's left to get beaten up, and then he gets captured by the Jackal Knight, and they're on like the boat from the TV show that goes into the sands. They're on the boat. They're on the boat, okay? We're doing the thing. You happy? Good. The Jackal Knight's got him strung up. He's like, yes, you have unfinished business in the land of the dead, Mark. This is where you're supposed to be, brother. And we're like, oh, Randall's the Jackal Knight? Now, I've been reading Moon Knight for a long time, and I'll never stop reading Moon Knight. This is my guy. Randall coming back, fine. I don't, personally, as like a Moon Knight fan, doing stuff with Randall, it means nothing to me. It does nothing to me. Like, I don't need to see Randall appear in any capacity like this. This, to me, would have a more interesting impact if it was, like, maybe, like, what Midnight, like, his sidekick from, like, the 90s or something. That would be a little more interesting. I don't know. But this scene, more than anything else, really plays to me like, do you remember in, like, episode 5 of the show where we, like, set up that Randall died? This feels like we're setting up an Egyptian-themed entity for Randall to appear in when they do the TV show again. And then Randall can be the Jackal Knight. And it's like, hey, but it's from the comic books. That's what this feels like to me. Again, no idea if that is true or not. Don't like it. Bad reveal at the end of this book. Overall, did not enjoy this issue. I'm very curious to see where this story is going to go. Because so far, it doesn't feel like it's interesting. It doesn't feel like it's aspiring to anything. It plays like a bad joke. And that kind of sucks. It's colorful. The artwork is very fluid. And hey, I'm here for Layla. I'm still waiting for my action figures of her to exist. Because she rocks. And if she's going to portray him, that feels more in line of like a Moon Knight love interest than just her being like the first love of Mark. He has a current love already. I don't need her to come back for that. And Randall, I don't care. But again, they're stealing the hearts of children, and we literally have a scene where like Toette is like weighing the heart that's in like perfect balance of what she's supposed to be. So, play with that as you will. I don't know. This one didn't do it for me. So, Moon Knight issue number 2 of The City of the Dead. I am going to give a 5 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.